What are the perspectives of Islamic finance in your country, and how, in your opinion, will it develop?
Sure. As you may be aware, India has the second largest Muslim population in the world. Unfortunately, we don't have any legislation on Islamic finance currently. But given the very large Muslim population that we have in our country, it is a matter of time before the Parliament and the regulator put in place a legal mechanism. So therefore, the short neat answer to your question is, today it's not a big market for Islamic finance, but given the 300 million people of belonging to the Muslim religion, we think it would be one of the largest Islamic banking markets in the world in times to come.
Thank you very much. A second question. What are the main challenges for bankers, investors, or public authorities do they face in your jurisdiction in that area of Islamic finance?
Okay. I think from a banker's perspective, the main problem is the first point I made, which is lack of legislation and regulation currently. Coupled with the fact that it's difficult for them to hedge their risks, because Islamic finance does not allow them to invest money in the debt market, and they end up with surpluses which they may not need. From an investor's standpoint, similar challenges, no precedents to go by. There is a certain degree of uncertainty. However, having said that, the encouraging fact is that the Reserve Bank of India, a couple of years back, nominated and constituted a committee to study the opening up of the Islamic finance market in India. And they submitted a very positive report to the effect that it is highly recommended, and they're looking at ways and means of doing so. One possible methodology could be using non-banking finance companies that would introduce mezzanine type products, which would be Sharia law compliant, and therefore these products can serve the needs of the Muslim community in India without having to wait for a formal legislation to be put in place, which, as you know, can be a time-consuming process.
Of course. And one last question. Why, in your opinion, are you specifically well positioned to advise foreign investors and local players in the area of Islamic finance?
Right. Well, for a couple of reasons. One is we have the size and the depth of talent. We are one of the largest law firms in the Indian subcontinent with a strength of 160 lawyers. We have a dedicated and a specialized banking and finance practice, and on a regular basis we advise clients on various financing models in the country. So though we haven't done too much Islamic finance work yet, given the fact that this is not an industry which has opened up, and as I said before, there is no legislation for it, but given our in-depth expertise and our robust experience in the banking industry and in dealing with diverse financial products and working for the largest banks and the financial institutions, we feel we can put to use our experience of the past to help clients in this field as well.